Hey guys, Chantecaille is having 25% off site-wide. So their friends and family sale event is starting. It goes from July 26th through July 31st. However, for those of you tuning in, you get early access. So July 24th and July 25th, if you use the code Michele25, you will get 25% off. So use that code at checkout. You'll get 25% off site-wide. I'm so excited. So I'm going to do a full face of Chantecaille. You guys know I absolutely love Chantecaille. I've been using Chantecaille for years. I think I've introduced many of you to Chantecaille. And yeah, I'm going to get as much of it on to show you today as possible. I am working with Chantecaille on this video, so a huge thank you to them. And let's go ahead and get started with primer. So I love this Ultra Sun Protection Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45 primer. It is this guy. And if you guys have been with me for a long time, like we're talking 8-9 years, you will remember me using this for the very first time. So you've got to shake this guy up. The texture of it is on the thinner side. And I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of it out onto my fingers here. I don't know if I can even hold it up to show you because it's quite thin. It's quite runny. So I'm just going to take that and smooth it all over my face. It is such an incredible primer. It does an amazing job blurring and smoothing. So it creates this beautiful canvas for the rest of your makeup to be applied onto. It's really gorgeous. And I think what I love about this primer too is that it doesn't take a long time to set down. So I can apply it, work it in, close up my tube, and I'm ready to go on to the next step. And for my next step, I'm going to use their Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. This has SPF 15 in there, and I absolutely love that. I love all the sun protection I can get living here in Las Vegas in the summertime. The sun is absolutely brutal. So the 45 in here, the 15 in here, I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. So I use a shade Alabaster, and this tinted moisturizer has just a really gorgeous texture. It's very creamy, but it's not heavy. It leaves the most natural skin-like finish without looking dull or dry in any way, but it's not glowy. Let me just get it on so I can show you. It's not like a typical glow. It just looks like your skin, but like the really healthy, fresh from the spa, kind of like your skin. Like, look at that glow over my cheeks there. Isn't that gorgeous? And it works right over that primer seamlessly. Oh, I don't even think I showed you the texture. Can you see? It's just super duper smooth and it glides on effortlessly. It looks flawless. It really does look just like your skin, but a little bit better. So I'm just working one light layer over my entire complexion. As you guys know, I don't like a really heavy or thick sort of coverage at all. I like a little bit of my skin, my true skin, to kind of peek out. Isn't that gorgeous? It doesn't look like I have any makeup on at all. All right, so let's go in with a little bit of concealer. You guys know I've been loving the BioLifting concealer. This is absolutely flawless. I love the coverage. I love how it makes my under eyes look. It looks great on my face. I do use the shade Alabaster. And up until now, you have not been able to experience 25% off of this concealer. So again, take advantage, Michele25 for these next 2 days. And then from the 26th to the 31st, it will be open to the public and you'll be able to get 25% off this concealer too. How exciting. Okay, so I'm going to apply just a bit underneath my eyes. Again, this has pretty decent coverage, so I don't like to overdo it. I prefer to add versus take away, which is very difficult. And I'm using their Blend and Conceal brush. And I'm just going to pat and then swipe, the kind of final blending in. Isn't that stunning? I really like how they created the shade range because I do like a little bit of brightening around my eyes. Oh, just makes my under eyes look absolutely flawless. I'm gonna add just the littlest bit to my eyelids because I have a little bit of discoloration there. Okay, look at that. So smooth, and the brightening, I think, just really wakes me up. Really, really wakes me up. Okay, so that's the Biolifting Concealer. Let's go in with a little bit of powder. So I'm going to use their talc-free loose powder. It comes in this gorgeous container here. And I'm going to use their Kabuki brush. I love this guy. That's so great. So because I have dry skin, I just use like a little bit of powder, but I do like to set my makeup down in the summertime for sure. So I'm just going to pounce this all over like a light layer of powder. Just the littlest bit, because I'm actually going to go in with a cream product, but I just wanted to set down what I had on my face. And this has a really beautiful finish as well. This loose powder is one of my favorites. It leaves my skin really creamy looking, which I can't say for a lot of powders, but really creamy looking and really soft looking. So I really, really enjoy it. Let's go in with the Sheer Glow Bronze Face Tint. So this is a wonderful, wonderful bronzing product. It goes, well, it's sheer, like the name says. It has a really beautiful sheer level of pigmentation. So it's a great way to warm up your entire complexion really subtly. So what I like to do is use the Blend and Smooth brush, and I like to dip it into the jar, but let me just show you the formula. Isn't that great? It's almost like this pudding gel-like texture. It also feels really cooling on the skin. It's just lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna just dip my brush in, just pick up a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is use the back of my hand as a palette, and I'm just going to spread it out, you know, make sure I don't have any clumps on my brush or anything like that. Shear it out. Here's actually a giant, a giant swatch for you there. And I'm going to start on my forehead and just slowly start to tap it on and then brush. So I'm going to brush it all over my forehead. That's where I like to bronze. Bring it down my nose, bring it under and on top of my cheekbone. Kind of get it underneath my jaw here and just bring it down just a little bit. It's such a sheer product. It's so subtle, the effect, but I want to make sure it's kind of blending down onto my neck seamlessly. And I did want to demonstrate how beautifully this applies over that powder. Look at this finish. It is utterly ethereal. Everything has this cloud-like appearance. It's like this, there's like a softness to everything. Absolutely love it. So that's the Sheer Glow Bronze Face Tint, but I'm also gonna go in with their new Real Bronze in Soleil, and I'm giggling to myself because you're probably thinking, that's a lot of bronze, Michelle. Maybe it is, but it's the summertime. I like to bring out a little bit of bronze and warmth to my complexion. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm so pale. But the bronze face tint, the Sheer Glow face tint, that's really nice to just sort of warm up my complexion in general, just sort of amp up my base. And then this, I kind of like to bring a little bit more of an accent to it. This is also a much cooler tone than the face tint. Let me do a swatch, and I'll do it right next to the face tint. So again, this is shade Soleil. So you can see the face tint has that beautiful warmth to it, and this Real Bronze is a bit cooler. So I like to use this to, you know, bronzer a little bit, add it maybe to my cheekbones a little bit, but just be a little bit more intentional with this placement. So I'm going to use the Chantecaille cheek brush. I'm going to pick up just a little bit, and I'm just going to add this. Again, where I like to bronzer, so I'm just gonna add a little bit underneath my cheekbones, and then any extra kind of just dust onto my cheekbones, just so I'm kind of blending it all together. And same thing on this side. And then just blending it all together. Just gonna bring it up to my temples a little bit, and maybe a little bit under my chin here. Dust whatever extra I have just along my nose there. So there, kind of sculpt out your face a little bit there. Let's move on to blush, because you guys know how much I love blush. So I'm going to use the cheek shade in Emotion, and this is the one with the bee on there. This is so pretty. And that bee has that gold overspray. It's so nice, and it always breaks my heart every time I get rid of the overspray, but I'm gonna go for it because I want to swatch it for you guys. Here is Emotion. Let's see, I'm gonna swatch right down here. And this is such a gorgeous peach shade. Isn't that stunning? So the first few times you use it, you'll have a little bit of that gold in there, which is really pretty. But after that, once the overspray is gone, you're left with like just a really nice kind of satin sheen to the blush. It's gorgeous. And the formula is really, really soft. It's really finely milled. I've never had any problems like picking it up or anything like that, and it blends out beautifully. So I'm gonna go in with the cheek brush again, but I'm gonna wash it off here. It's so pretty. So pretty. I love how beautifully everything blends together. Gorgeous. Okay, now I'm going to use their waterproof brow definer. I have it in the shade Light Taupe, which does work for me. I know usually my eyebrow products are like black, soft black, but this Light Taupe is actually a really beautiful universal shade. And I remember consulting with someone at Chantecaille, and they recommended this Light Taupe. They're like, you may be surprised, but give it a shot. And I was definitely pleasantly surprised, but it works. And this brow definer, it's the one with the slanted, like the chisel tip. Okay, so it's time for eyeshadow. I'm so excited to be using one of my favorite shades from their Luminescent eye shade line. This is Mustang. Isn't that so pretty? It's like, I don't know, it's like a taupe shade, but there's like a little bit of pinky peach in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me do a swatch for you. But this is a great one and done shade. Look at that. Oof. But I'm going to pair it with the Rhino shade. And this is like a warm gray, and it has a little bit more shimmer than the Mustang. But look at that pairing. Isn't that stunning? So I'm going to put basically the Mustang all over, and then I'm going to kind of accent with the Rhino. So I'm going to use their Eye Basic brush. I love this brush because I know it looks like a flat shader at first, but it's actually angled, and there's a bit of thickness there. So it's really, really great for applying shadows, almost like a fingertip. Okay, so there's Mustang all over the lid. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so beautiful, especially if you're going with like kind of a bronzy look. It is the perfect complement. Okay, now I'm going to take their Shade and Sweep brush. This is more like a flat shader brush. It's got this really nice point at the top. So I'm going to go into Rhino, or Rhinoceros, with the Rhino shade. Pick up just a little bit here. And I'm going to put this actually along the lash line, kind of creating a smoky look here. And then just kind of going back and forth. I'm going to add a little bit more to the outer corner here. Isn't that so pretty? I think these two shades just like work beautifully together. They just like blend together gorgeously. For eyeliner, I'm going to use their Luster Glide eyeliner in the shade Jasper. Let me do a swatch for you because you have to see this gorgeous sheen that this chocolate brown has. It's really beautiful. It's very subtle, but it kind of has this satin glow. It's really stunning. Okay, so I'm going to line my upper waterline. And I usually like to assess whether I need to line my lower lash line. I think that's fine. I don't want it to look too heavy. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, I'm just gonna line my upper waterline. I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I'm gonna use the Chantecaille Faux Cils mascara, one of my favorites. This does a good job at everything. Lengthening my lashes, keeping the curl, giving them a little bit of volume, a little bit of separation. It is like the Goldilocks of mascara. Okay, and last but not least, I've got lips. So I'm gonna start with their lip definer in the shade Tone. Here's a swatch of Tone. And Tone is such an interesting shade. I feel like I would describe it as a warm rosewood. That's how I would describe it. So I'm gonna go in and just line my lips. And I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. Just soften it a little bit there. And then I'm gonna go in with one of my all-time favorite lipsticks. This is the Lip Veil in Tamboti. Again, if you've been watching me for a long time, that's not gonna be any surprise to you. But the Lip Veil is such an incredible lip formula. All of the Chantecaille lip formulas are absolutely impeccable, really, really luscious and luxurious. And I feel like no matter which lip product you use from Chantecaille, your lips are left better feeling after using the lip products. And I cannot say that for most brands. Their formulas are so, so nourishing. So here is Tamboti. It's like the perfect nude. Okay, there is my full face of Chantecaille. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. Definitely take advantage of this friends and family sale. It is a wonderful time to save up on some of your favorites. It's a wonderful to try some products out that maybe you've had your eye on. So 25% off from July 26th to the 31st. Early access for you guys with my code Michele25, and that will give you early access July 24th and 25th. I will have all of this down below in my description box. I'll have all the links to all the products that I've used on my face today. Definitely take advantage. It's a great, great time to shop. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me and the others know down below in the comment section, like what some of your favorite Chantecaille products are, like your must-have purchase from Chantecaille. Please let us know down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.